You have a new film coming out in December 13th, and in some ways this was like a chick flick because you have these two great women co-producers, which is very rare for three women to work together in this way. Why is that? Was it special? Was it different?
Well, one of my co-producers, Bonnie Curtis, is right there, and I would not be up here sitting talking about this movie if it wasn't for Bonnie. She is an amazingly creative, out-of-the-box thinker. Not 1 cent of our budget, which was $8 million, came from Hollywood. I decided early on that I was going to put a good chunk of money in myself. My husband and I just sold an apartment in New York, and I could afford it at the time. It never seemed logical to me that I would be asking other people for money and I wasn't putting my own in it. I just didn't get it, even though everybody in Hollywood will tell you you're absolutely crazy if you ever put any money into a movie. But it's interesting because the man from Dallas, Texas, who is, along with me, the main investor, had never invested in anything like this in his life. He's extremely successful. And he wanted to, he told me that when he heard that I'd put skin in the game, that it was something that he would risk, along with us. So, that was exciting. For me, it's never been a question of hiring a woman over a man. I just want to hire the best person.
But we are the best.
Oh, I know. Well, it turned out, it also is when you're putting together a company, like all of you know, it's a chemical proposition, and you get instincts about how that chemistry is going to work, and you start adding people to your team by the exciting chemistry that you think that will generate, and everybody brings their own, chemistry in it. And I knew when I met Bonnie, she was producing a movie called Chum Scrubber that I did, that I knew that there was an energy about her and an intelligence about her and in her understanding of the story that she would be an amazing partner in this, and she has been.
So you all have to see what we're talking about. Let's just see Glenn as a man, a woman playing a man. Let's take a look.
What's your name?
Albert.
Your real name?
Albert.
Why is it so important for this to be a commercial success?
Wait, you've seen the movie.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
But
I think this movie, for its, really brings up a lot of profound issues that are very relevant today. I really do. I really do. I think, just the whole thing of how Albert survives. There are mothers in Afghanistan, and I'm sure other Muslim countries that dress up their little girls so they can go out and they can have a freedom of going to the market, freedom doing whatever the family needs. Little girls being dressed up as boys. And they stay as boys until they're married off, basically. That must be a big shock. But no, it's something I think through history there has been a series of, this is the way women could get freedom, could have, freedom to move around. So, that's just one aspect of it that I think is very relevant. But also the fact that the last line in the movie is, well, we're not going to let that happen. Well, now, we're not going to let that happen. And there are so many things in this world that if people just said, well, now, we are not going to let that happen, that people's lives would be drastically different.